Okay, can you all hear me now? Okay. All right. I don't know what happened. I'm going to started a new stream. Um, Let me figure out. Oh, here we go. This is crazy. Okay. Okay, can you see? Oh, Aurora, yay! I don't know what the heck happened. I am so sorry. I was in the middle of doing this whole meditation thing and I wasn't listening to all the chimes and things. So, can you hear me okay? I've never done this straight through YouTube. Usually I go through Zoom. Yay, yay. So sorry, everybody. Thank you for your patience. I have no idea what happened. I'll have to take a look. I've never had that problem before with Zoom uh, casting out to YouTube. So let me make sure everybody's here and getting it. So got Aurora, Reiki Energetics. I can't tell who that is. Let's see if the other folks got it. Reiki, not yet. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to go and get started. Sounds like, yay. Sounds like it's working. Okay, so we're just going to restart. Welcome, everybody. This is Colleen O'Connor. I am a Yuen Method certified master practitioner. And today, oh, good. Rajesh, oh, that's you. Okay, great. And traveling warrior, and I think that's Phyllis. Yeah, okay. Yay. Woohoo. Welcome to the party, everybody. Here, look at this fun thing I got in Mexico. It's a pen and a maraca. So we're having an energy party here. We're here to have some fun, to get grounded, and to clear out stuff. So I'm going to just start over. Again, thank you for joining me. This is Colleen O'Connor, certified Yuen Method master practitioner. Today is the Chinese Lunar New Year and the new moon. So we want to use and harness all that new energy to clear out all the old stuff and align with ourselves, improve our relationship with ourselves so that we can then manifest whatever you want to bring in for this new year. So again, this is the Yuen Method for anyone who is not familiar. The Yuen Method was created by Dr. Kam Yuen, and Dr. Kam Yuen was a 35th generation Kung Fu Shaolin master, a chiropractor, and also an aerospace engineer. And he took all three of those components to create the Yuen Method that we're going to be using today. Necessarily healing, it's definitely not therapy. And the way it works is that I turn on or clear my computer, which is my nervous system. And when I'm working with a client, I am connecting my nervous system with their nervous system. So we are syncing up our computers and on an energetic level with whatever topic you're bringing to me that you want to have cleared. I am feeling into your computer to see what the weaknesses are that are creating that situation. Once I identify what the weakness is, I make you strong to it. I remove it or delete, as we say in the Yuen Method. And then we reset you, or then we actually remove all the negative accumulated effects, and then we reset you. And step by step, this works very fast. What we're going to be doing here today is I'm going to clear and line up the group on a general level. And then you will have the ability to submit a topic. It'll be one topic, and you want to make it very brief. With the Yuen Method, we keep it brief, we keep it simple and small, because if you give me a big long story, then that makes too much it makes it harder to process and clear it. So the less description, the better. So it's the opposite of everything else you've ever done. Go to the doctor, they want a big long health history, right? You got to fill out all those forms. None of that here. You go to a therapist, we got to talk all about your childhood. Yuen Method, we don't get into that. It'll probably come up somewhere, but we don't get into talking about it. We identify what it is, we remove it, and we clear all the effects. Okay. So, what we're going to do first here is I'm going to tune into the group and make sure we've got everybody's physical intelligence and energies lined up. So we've got people, we're going to strengthen everyone to be even. Different cultures, different locations, different time zones. That's a weakness. Different languages, background, ages. So all that, make that nice and even. We want to strengthen make everybody all even, uncontained in one. Strengthening the midline. All the brains, the cranial brain, the spinal cord, all six, I call them 6 brains. Dr. Yuen had 5. The integration of the nervous system, everything connecting, communicating, coordinating, synergized, fitting, working together. Okay. So let's make sure everybody's nervous systems are balanced, centered, and stable. So some instability, stabilizing that. Stabilizing the group to be truly supportive, removing any resistance, any rejection, reverse perception. Strengthen everybody, strengthening their minds, strengthening their conscious, your subconscious, non-conscious, strengthening your spirit, clear the mind, clear the spirit, mind out of your spirit out of your mind. Any other people's minds, clearing those, other people's spirits. So mind out of spirit out of mind, other people's energies, and then we want to send all that away to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. Okay. So your body, mind, spirit, strong separately, strong together, and make everyone neutral, positive, not positive, negative, negative, neutral. Neutral to being here, clearing any expectations of this event, expectations met, not met, satisfaction, disappointment. Okay. Clearing all the thinking, delete all the thinking, delete the emotions, strengthen everyone to feeling, perception, intuition. That's really important. That was what Dr. Yuen was able to do. When he was a Kung Fu competitor, he could feel where his competitors' weaknesses were. And because he could feel it, then he would take it out and attack those areas. When he became a chiropractor, he reversed it. So he would feel where the client's weaknesses were, and then he would be able to then energetically strengthen them. And he got this method to be faster and faster over time. We want to be fast, because what happens is when I start tuning in to the person, or when the practitioner tunes into the client, all this information comes up and we have to grab it and clear it as soon as it comes up. Because if you sit and wait and analyze, then more stuff comes in to confuse what you've just encountered. So that's why I don't sit and explain a lot, because we just want to process and kind of roll up our sleeves and kind of get it done. Okay, so let's see here. Strengthen the intuition, feeling, perception, intuition, right, strong, right, weak. So we want to have people strong for your insight, your knowing, for your truth, your whole truth, nothing but your truth. Strong for answers, actions, results, to be fast, not fast, slow, not slow. Let's just sync up everybody's physical intelligence to connect with one another. Nervous systems, computers syncing up. Connecting the relationships within ourselves, within each other, within the group, being in a group, not being a group, part of a group, bad experiences of being a group, bad experiences of not having a group. So all group weaknesses. Out the body, spirit, mind. So just clearing that. And what else do we have here? Let's make sure there's no karma. A little bit of partial and direct karmas. So the collective. Okay, strong to your own questions, to other people's questions. So straight, there's a little resistance to hearing other people's questions, resonating. So the deal with the groups with the Yuen Method are not like a typical support group. We want it to be truly supportive in that the group, you may not even ask a question, but it doesn't matter where you ask a question, don't ask a question, get an individual strengthening, don't get individual strengthening, that you're neutral so that you receive, you feel, still some weakness to feeling, perceive, allow, so allowing, acknowledging, accepting what is brought up here today. Because inevitably in a group, when one person asks a question, it's usually everyone who's in the group has the same thing and needs the same kind of support. So I want you to be open. So opening your heart. So I did a whole meditation, which I'm not going to do now because I don't want to take up the time. But I'm going to download that meditation to all of you. So you're grounded. All your chakras are open and aligned. That you are ready, open, receptive. You to all the strengthening, and deleting and leaving effects and resetting, reprogramming, restarting. All of that and more. And that you're strong to 100% infinite potential, 100% of the time, infinite time. We do this down to zero, minus infinity. And let's strengthen the internal boundaries again to the external to internal, the dynamics, internal to external to internal, and the vertices. Resetting your body, your mind, your spirit, reprogramming, some weakness there, your thinking, awareness, your perception, and restart, reposition, repurpose, realign. All this to your midline. Midline to the core, to the nervous system, all connecting strongly, speeding up that physical intelligence, sending the mind out. And let's see, to the strengthening, ready, see, able, willing, commitment. So commitment, neutral, still some not neutralness. So positive, not positive, negative, not negative, neutral. So remember, we often now, there's such an emphasis on being positive that it's actually, we don't want to be so positive because positive can attract the negative. You just want to be right in the center with neutral. Okay. So everyone connecting, communicate, coordinating, synergize, work together to be balanced, to be centered, to be stable, turning all on your computers, your nervous system computer, CNS computer. Okay, in this group, the group as a whole, how many things? There's infinite things that are going on. So we're just we'll bring them all together, make them even, make them one, make them contain. Boundaries, the dynamics, the vertices, strong, separate, independent, all these things. Send them away to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, places unknown, black hole, wormhole. We delete them out of the body, the spirit, the mind, down to zero, minus infinity. And let's make sure we've got, there's no misinterpretation, a little misinterpretation, same, not same, different, not different, changing, not changing, perception, no perception. And then those little bit of mistaken identity, so sensations, emotions, reactions, a lot of emotions. Everybody's bodies, spirits, mind. Yeah, there's a lot of emotion going on. And it's a planet. So just deleting all that down to zero, minus infinity, out of your structures, out of your systems, out of your organs, tissue, cells, empty spaces, chromosome, DNA, down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, and then any fragmentation, any separation, disconnection. Okay, everybody here, we're going to delete all separation from self, separation from others, so separating from yourself. So clearing all that. It's on a psychic level. So clearing all the interfering psychic, any attacks is what comes up. So deleting that from others. Some religious influences, so deleting those. And descendants, another lifetime. So bring all of your energy back in this physical dimension, physical universe, physical existence, physical time, physical space, physical body, physical surroundings. So you to your surroundings. Okay. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Are you feeling any shift just in a general, more calm, more present? If you want to let me know in the chat. Okay, now I'm going to look at the group and see what are the primary weakness for the group. Then we'll get into some individual questions. Okay, all levels of existence. Good, real great. Thank you. I definitely appreciate your feel great. Good. So let's clear all levels of existence, mental, emotional, spiritual, psychological. So psychological, doing those weaknesses down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, so some fears and phobias coming up. And it's from outside. There's a lot of, I hope I don't get busted on YouTube. So a lot of shit in the air. So we're going to delete that. All those fears that you might be resonating with are just they're just flying around. We're going to make them even, make them finite, make them contained. Big to little, heavy to light, serious to silly. Delete the seriousness out of yourself, out of others. So delete taking yourself seriously, taking life seriously, taking others seriously, taking the world seriously, the world taking itself seriously. Their family, taking your family serious, your family taking things too seriously. This lifetime, all the lifetimes, one seriousness, because just a lot of seriousness. So a little bit of seriousness, triggering all seriousness. Make it all even, make it fine and contained. Delete it down to zero, minus infinity. Delete the heaviness, the harshness, opening up the exit portals. So under chin, under arm, hands, fingers, the feet, opening up everybody's feet, genital, bladder, colon, sacrum, everything, move it down and out, up, not up, down, not down, neutral. Okay, again, the physical intelligence, resetting, reprogramming, restarting, strong separate, strong together, balance, center, stable. Okay. What are the fears and phobias? If there's anything left, any habits, patterns, programmings, hooks, core, attachments. So all attachments. Okay, clear the group here. Spirit attachments. There we go. Don't be afraid when you hear that. People get a little freaked out. Spirit attachments. Okay, it's not the Poltergeist movie. So there's energies all around us, but we just want to be strong to them, separate from them, separate from you, like taking it on, holding it, owning it, wearing it, carrying it. How many attachments we got going on? 1 billion. Make them even, make them one, make them contained, strong to them, separate from them, separate from you. Send them all away, other dimensions, universes, etc. Out of your body, out of your mind, out of your spirit. Now, all the sources, including the sources, all the reasons, all the causes, out of the past, out of the future, total accumulated effects of everything, out of the cells, out of the empty spaces, down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, we got to clear some memory, some imprinting, some residuals, remnants, remains. Okay, so opening up all parts of yourself, all the parts of the body, connecting, communicating, coordinating. It needs to be stronger. And reset, reprogram, restart. So when I look at head, neck, so I do 3 areas: head, neck, torso, limbs. The limbs are weak for the group. What comes up is going out on a limb, hanging limb to limb, shred for all limb weaknesses, fears again, other lifetimes. Okay. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay, let's strengthen the group. Making sure you're connecting your relationship with yourself, you to yourself, yourself to you. That's actually feeling okay. You to others, others to you. So other people's connecting to you. Okay, let's make sure all your 6 leading life support, health, discrepancy, health, money, less aging, fitness, career, relationships. So even though this topic of this seminar is relationships, career is the biggest weakness right at this moment. So of career, we've got job, career, purpose, business, education. So weakness with business. Okay, we're strengthening your relationship, you to your business back to you. From you, from outside of you, you to others. So from outside influences. So all the outside influences, make them all, how many we got here? Finite, infinite, or beyond infinite? Beyond infinite. So make them beyond infinite. Bring them all together. Make them finite. Make them contain. Make them even. Make them one. Big to little. Heavy to light. Serious, silly. Shrink them all down. Strong to them. Separate from them. Separate from you. Send them away. Strong separate, strong together. Okay, deleting those out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind, the sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. And I think we have mostly women here. So we want to have being a strong woman, being a woman who's got her own business, some weaknesses there. It's not coming from you, it's cultural. I'm going to delete that down to 0, my infinity, connecting to the divine feminine and more. Okay, reset, reprogram, restart. Okay. So if someone has a specific question, again, try to keep it to just like a sentence or so that you want me to work on. And also if you can let me know how you all are doing. If you're starting to feel some shifts, or you're starting to feel more connected, more grounded. Karma, I'm saying a little bit of karma with the business thing. So all direct, indirect, partial, all those karmas. Oh, you're welcome, Cassie. Thank you. Welcome. So karma is direct, indirect, partial, indirect. Some cultural karmas, other lifetimes. That has to do with punishment. What's coming up is just like punishment for being like a rebel. I'm gonna say like a witch, but ways where women were doing nonlinear, alternative kind of things throughout history. So I want to delete all those karmas for this group and anyone who's listening to this even after the fact. Okay. Okay, any specific questions anyone wants worked on, feel free to put it into the chat. If it's a relationship with yourself or if it's something that's not necessarily exactly to this topic, it's okay, because what the reality is this: whatever topic you come to the Yuen Method with, it doesn't really matter whether it falls into the title of these sessions because we're going to look at where it's really coming from anyway. So, feeling I can't afford or find a dream home. Huh. Okay. So when I look at all the words in what you're saying, their dream is the biggest weakness. Oh, and Rory's got a question. Can you say work more on what you just said? Being yourself in your work, even others don't appreciate you. Okay, let me see which question needs to come first. The one from Reiki or Aurora? Actually, the Reiki one, they're connected, your two questions. So your connection, your question, her connection. So let's strengthen that. Make them even. It's about dream. Yeah, dreams. So for this group, getting what you want, not getting what you want is weak. Getting what you desire, not getting what you desire. Okay, so where's this all coming from? What is this all about, really? A lot of spiritual experiences. And even though I just brought up career, now it was coming to relationships. So negative spiritual experiences of relationships affecting all the questions that are being brought up. So billions of experiences across all lifetimes for everyone here, making them even, making one contained. And we delete them out of your bodies, out of your minds, out of your spirits. It has to do with family. Is it more parents, siblings, or other? It has to do with your siblings. So siblings, and that's this whole group. So we're deleting their miasm. So there's some karmas from siblings and that are interfering with relationships. And this is parallel universes. So parallel existence, again, it doesn't matter if you believe in past lives and all that. This isn't about belief. If it comes up as a weakness, which parallel lives is coming up as a weakness, then we just identify the weakness. You make you strong to it. And we delete it, and then we remove all the accumulated effects since everybody's bodies, spirits, mind. So deleting it all out of your spirits down to zero minus infinity. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. There's a lot of programming in there. It's from collective. It's from cultural. So let's delete the memory, the habits, patterns, program, the memories, the remnants, the remains, all the attachments, and the stories that you tell yourself, others tell you, you tell others. So delete all stories, the old self, make you strong to the new self. Some reverse perception, deleting that. Leave it down to zero, minus infinity. Forgive, forget, unconditional. Delete the hooks, delete the cords, delete the ties, attach sentiments, stories. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. Okay, so how does it feel now? First, about the affording, finding a dream home. Yeah, actually, there's also psychic inferences, and it feels like that's not even the real issue. Yeah, there's some spirit attachment still. Oh, wait. No, it's not spirits, it's other spiritual energies. that your spirit is connecting to other people's issues with the homes and all that. So I'm going to delete that down to zero, minus infinity. Okay. Okay. Moving is a weakness. So are you and everyone strong to movement? Moving your life forward, moving your energy forward, moving your physical body. There's a weakness there. And that has to do with relationships. So your body to relationship, but you to your, okay, hold on, a lot coming up here. You to your body, body to you, and then your body in relationships, your appearance and whatever. So let's delete all that for everybody. All and disconnect, disengage, disentangle from all the collective BS about body shapes and sizes and whatever. It's not true, not relevant. So all the misinterpretation, all the slowness, the misguidance, wrong answer, misinformation, and the reactions in the mind, the spirit, emotions, and the feeling. Okay, click that there's a shutdown for the group here. We'll delete the shutdown in your being, and that's opening you back up. Who's wanting to shut down? Is it you or outside of you? It's you. So there's a bit of shutdown. And then their family. So it's like a habit pattern program from your family. It's in the future. Deleting that down to zero, minus infinity. Okay, opening up that path and energy. Okay, how is that all seeming now? Okay, I'm going to move on to the next question. I want to make sure we get time for everybody. So, Roar, how's it feeling now when you tap in, when you think about being yourself in your work and being appreciated? Okay, what comes up in your phrase, in your sentence there is appreciation. Okay, so being appreciated, now being appreciated. Okay, that's feeling better. So let's strengthen the appreciation. And let's clear the mind again forever here. The conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. It's coming and doing, having to understand, talk, discuss. Some worry for the group, all worries. Defending, a little defending. And from outside of you, it's cultural. Okay, we're just anything that's strengthened that it continues beyond this session, even if because remember, this is a group, so it's gonna be a little different than an individual, or we're making enough time for everybody, but we want it to still continue and go beyond, me talking about it. So just opening you up to receiving, feeling, your perception. So speed up the perception for the group. 70, 80, 90, 100% in their cells. Raising up everybody's frequency, everybody's vibration. So more vibration, getting the mind out. Mind out of the brain. Is the brain, cranial nerves, or spine? Okay, so too much mental thinking, mental process in everybody's cranial nerves, interrupting, interfering, and slowing down the nervous system. So let's strengthen the mind, empty the mind, send the mental influences out of the brain. Out of the nerves. And then back to the midline, strengthen the midline, tense it, untense it, no effort. Excess tension, excess relaxation. So too much excess relaxation for the group in the physical body. But you might say, but I feel tension. Believe it or not, actually tension in the body can actually be a lack of tension. What I mean in the Yuen method, Dr. Yuen just talked about tensing and untensing. It doesn't mean being a stress monster all the time, but it means there's a natural pulse and a rhythm, right? It's a expansion, contraction. That's tensing, untensing. And that is in the universe, it's in our bodies, it's in animals, it's in everything. So we want to activate that. Okay. Okay. Is that still feeling good, Aurora, about the appreciation? Feels like that's better. So just resetting everybody. Bringing out your soul, your higher source, your higher self. So strongly to your higher self, strongly neutral. Okay. Woohoo. All right. 2 thumbs up. You're like the movie reviewers. Okay. And Cassie. Um, clear and remain. Okay. First thing, Cassie, this is not a criticism, but just so uh, let's shrink down. There's a lot of words in there, which makes the thing bigger. So let's, in general, I'm going to do a couple of general sweeps first. It's beyond infinite what you're bringing up. So that's a lot. So try to distill it down. And part of what's bothering you is you're not sure what's actually going on. And that's not really just you. Religious influences. So what happens in general, but a lot right now in the world is people are really wound up about things happening in the world. I'm not going to get into what it is because you all already know. But what is coming, what people think they're bothered by the bothered more than anything else. And they're bothered by their being bothered by other people and by not knowing what's going on, by what's really going on. Okay. So let's delete all that. Make it all finite, make it even, make it one, make it contain. So it's good you brought this up because that's everybody's been feeling that. So let's delete all that out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. So the spirit disengage from all the blah, blah, blah in the world. Down to zero, minus infinity, to empty. Empty, not empty, full, not full, neutral. Lighten it up, loosen it up, let go, open, flow. Okay, now let's look at what you got here. Remain neutral, positive, not positive. Okay, so let's disengage. We need you to be more neutral. Your first thing is just that you're not neutral about what's going on. So positive, not positive. Negative, not negative. So the knots. So knot it up. Not. It's like, yeah, it sounds funny, but not weaknesses. Weaknesses around not. Okay, so let's delete all the not. It's not this, it's not that, it is this, it isn't that. Delete down to zero, minus infinity. It's the silliest things that can create the biggest weakness. The mind. So conscious, subconscious. So and for you also delete the bothers, bothered, not being bothered, being affected, not being affected, neutral. So again, it's the knots. So all potentials for you. Conflict are the opposites. And that doesn't come from you. It's a cultural in the past. Out of your brain, even. Out of the nerves, out of the fluid. We're just deleting that down to zero, minus infinity. Positive, not positive, but you're more positive, just resetting, reprogramming, restarting. So the sources, the reasons, all the causes, a lot of causes. And the spirit, the mind, the spirit, really, we need to put the spirit back in sync, back in order, back in rhythm. By the way, I am going to go over. I had to schedule from 5:30 to 6:30 Pacific Standard Time, but because of the kerfuffle in the beginning with the technology, I'm going to go at least till 6:45. Okay, resetting your body, your mind, your spirit, your reprogram. So deprogram, reprogram, depattern, repattern. So you to the collective is weak, collective back to you. You just be strongly separate, strongly independent, strongly neutral. And why are you bothered? It's a lot of emotions. So you're yours or theirs. Okay, you to theirs, theirs to yours. Theirs to yours. So you're triggered by their emotions. So just deleting that triggers, issues, choices. As Dr. Yuen used to say, we want to make you strong to not give a shit. Okay, deleting that down to zero, my symphony. Okay. I'm just strengthen your mind, empty your mind out of your spirit, spirit out of your mind, other people's minds. So you've got too many other people's minds interfering. Where are they? In the body, mind, or spirit? In your mind. So you got other people's mind in your mind. We got to send them away. You would be strong only having your mind. It's on a non-conscious level. So you to be strongly separate, strongly independent, strongly neutral. Just send them away. Disengage, disentangle, disconnect. You direct to source. Okay, being a place of love, alignment. So love is there's a weakness to love. There's a psychological psychic in your spirit. So we got to really clear it. Your spirit has a lot of, it's like clogged up. So it is everything that doesn't belong. I'm going to say something that is going to be contrary, but that's pretty much the Yuen method. It's very contrarian because it goes it doesn't care what everybody says. It goes for what do we feel as the weakness. So Dr. Yuen, this is, I don't know, a month or so ago, I was re-listening to some of his classes, and it was good to do so because we think of the spirit as the Holy Spirit, right? But the spirit's function, because it's not tangible, is to remove the waste product out of our body and send it to other dimensions, etc., because it can travel around into these other time and space. So we want to but your soul is something else. So you got your soul and you got your spirit. So you actually want to put your spirit back in sync, back in order, back in rhythm, because it's running around doing things that it's confusing your body and your mind. So deleting that. So for everybody, body, mind, spirit, strong, separate, strong together. So strengthen that they be in alignment, that they're supporting one another, and that they are in the same, that the physical intelligence needs to be in charge. Now, it doesn't mean you can't be a spiritual person, but actually, the more you are in your physical intelligence, the greater your spiritual experience will be because your mind is not interfering. I know it sounds weird. Okay. All right. I want to get to have some other questions. So just resetting, reprogramming, restarting everybody back to this physical dimension, physical universe. Anything here? Just make sure I've gotten everything. Sources, reasons, causes of everything we strengthen out of the past, out of the future. Future doesn't go to the past, past doesn't go to the future. Strengthening the future to be light, to be bright, to be strong, to be full of ease. That's the weakness there. Joy and grace. So grace and fun, right? We can have fun. Fun, calm. Back to you, all of you, back to your purpose back to you. If you're in your purpose, you really got a good relationship with yourself. You to your truth, your whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay to see what other people don't see. Okay to be okay if others aren't okay. It's going to sound weird. We actually don't want to be empathizing and sympathizing. It doesn't make it mean we want to be a sociopath, psycho. It means we don't want to take on other people's stuff, because it's going to cripple you energetically, maybe even physically. We don't want that. We want you to be strongly neutral, calm, balanced, center, stable in your own energy and nobody else's. so that you can be on purpose, fulfilling your purpose, your path, and what you have to contribute here to your own life, to the people around you, and to the world. So I want you all strong to that. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. You to allow, to acknowledge, to accept, to feel free, flow, and fun. Weakness to fun. Okay. Okay, so one more thing, I'm just deleting the mental thinking. Okay, there's another question in here. So I'm leaning forward, but I gotta lean forward to read. Traveling warrior, da da da. Okay, so traveling warrior here. Excuse me, healer. Strengthening communication with me and my children, grandchildren. Okay. Okay, so let's make you all those even. You, your children, and your grandchildren. They're not all even. Oh, good, Cassie. I'm glad you're feeling the shift. Yay. Let's apply all the strengthening we did to the group. We download that, install that for you and everybody's families, all out levels of the family, your birth family, your parents, your siblings, and all the other family members. And then any married family. And then all those families be even with each other. The past, the present, and the future. So future goes weak. The immediate, intermediate, distant, far distant. So future relationships, families. Okay. So let's see. How does that feel now, traveling warrior, about the communication? So you with yourself, you with your children, children with you, you with your grandchildren, grandchildren with you now. There's some weakness. Not much, it's pretty minor, but so let's strengthen the make some boundaries and dynamics. Okay. And what area of life is that? Okay, for some reason food comes up. Oh, okay, yeah. See, food, no food, eating, no eating, cooking, no cooking, cleaning, no cleaning, cleaning up the food, nothing, a little, a lot. So eating a lot, quickly is weak, slowly, so all of that even. And what's that coming from? That's some psychic stuff about the eating. So let's deleting all that in your mind, your conscious, subconscious, non-conscious. That's some family. It's from you, from your children, grandchildren, or other. It's others, so parents. It feels like something about farming, not having food, throwing food away, wasting, and so forth and so on. All those experiences. Make those even, one, contain, delete that, down to zero. Minus infinity, the sources, the reasons, the causes, out of the past, out of the future. Release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Okay, resetting, reprogramming, restarting. And let's see, there's some karma there. So let's delete the karma, the direct, indirect, partial, indirect. Protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Reset, reprogram, restart. So I don't know if you're still here, traveling warrior. I think that's Phyllis. And if you are, let me know if that's feeling a shift. Okay, so we've got a few minutes left. Any last questions before we kind of close out and reset the group? How's everybody feeling? Oh, good. Yay. Thank you, Aurora. Okay, let's make sure. Ah, okay. Okay. So your sister, something about that 10 years is the biggest weakness. You, her, or other? Her. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Still some of the food. That's so weird. Okay. Well, whatever solves the weakness is the weakness. So let's deleting that. Inside the family, outside the family, inside the family. So there's something with inside the family. There's a weakness there. And then there's some external. So the spirit, something with education comes up. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, but there's something with the timing. So the time something happened was a feels like maybe there's a specific event or something. Something with a physical intelligence. You, her, or other. Her, yeah, something with your sister. It's something inside her, outside, inside. Something with her spirit. Some limitations she has on a psychological level in the past. And she's got some spirit attachments and energy and so forth. Yeah, yucky energies. I want to clear them. Ugh, make them even, one contain. Make them even, make them one contain, strong to it, separate from him. You and her, everyone to be strong to it, separate from it, separate from you, separate from you. Send them away to other dimensions, universes, existence, time, place, places unknown, black hole, wormhole, dark energy, dark matter. 100% infinite potential down to zero, minus infinity, internal boundaries, external, internal. Okay, perception and speed 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Perception is weak for her. She's like not. Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, it's non-physical. Yeah, the mental illness, they just don't do a good job in the Western medicine. Sorry, but I got to say it. I won't deny I'm not a fan of doctors because I feel like they wind up doing more damage than good. But neutral. So there's a lot of so for your sister's really psychic. What's going on for her? A fracture, something fractured in her mind, non-conscious, some fear. How old, if you don't mind me asking, was she when this got diagnosed? You know, okay, and then what happens there is it affects the family dynamic. So we have to strengthen the family dynamic because that pulls her. It's not even and level and leveled out. So we got to level that out. The external boundaries are weak. Internal dynamics, the external dynamics are weak of the family. 38. Okay. So yeah, was it the time or was it the age or something in her life? Let's see. Yeah, the timing and the age. So what can happen is people can be walking along just fine in life and boom, they hit a certain age and triggers happen. Be tons of different reasons why. Common reasons can be that something happened in another life. Um, It can be at that age, because remember, humans, we didn't used to live that long. So probably some not fun things that could have happened, right? Or it could be ancestors that had karmas or experiences or traumas that happened at that age. So for your sister, there's other lives. And some miasms for sure. So we make all the miasms even. Hundreds of miasms. Miasms are just like funky life, weird experiences, for lack of a better word. Excuse me. Things coming up. Gotta send it down. There we go. There we go. There's the trigger. Okay, so father passed away and diagnosed. Yeah, trigger, issues, choices. And dementia is the, in the Yuen method, is people practice forgetting stuff that they don't want to remember, shit that happened to them, difficult things. So let's clear all that. We're bringing up a lot of stuff here. Finite, infinite, beyond. It's infinite things. That's why it feels like it hasn't been able to move forward. So when it's infinite, we got to bring it all together, all these factors. We got to make them even. We got to make them one. And we got to make them from infinite to finite. Bring them down to earth so they're manageable. So in this method, it's always about making things manageable. That's why you want to have short phrases about what's going on, because it's more manageable. So you want to delete all of that for you, your sister, the whole family, down to zero minus infinity. It's from the ancestors, it's from the collective, the diagnosis, the doctor stuff, and all of that. Down to zero minus infinity. Eliminate, free, independent release, protect, forgive. Forget. A lot of forgiveness needed across the board. False tools for you, sister, family, other. So use of false tools for the family, and then just in general, it's a common thing in the collective for all of us if we're not aware of what it is. So deleting all false tools are suppressing, denying, lying, numbing, shutting down, and forgetting. So for shutting down is actually the weakness, and that is exactly what can happen for people with dementia. They just kind of shut down. They don't want to deal. So we delete that. And this is not to judge or blame them. I'm just telling you what weaknesses are frequent for people who have these diagnoses and experiences. So, and we're going to have your whole family disconnect, disengage, disentangle from everybody else who's had these experiences, the diagnosis, the bipolar, the dementia, et cetera, and losing family members. So all of that. So now it's that the issues are finite, which is good, as opposed to infinite. Make them even, make them one, contain, and we'll just delete them for the all family, down to zero, minus infinity. Release, protect, forgive, forget, unconditional. Out of your structures, out of every systems, out of your organs, leave the stuff out of the organs, the tissue, the cells, molecules, empty space. So all the empty spaces, down to zero, down. Yep. I hear you. Yep, that's, I think, something a lot of us grow up with, that it's a survival mechanism to shut down. But that no longer, that's something that people had to do for eons, but not anymore. So just deleting those habits. This is for this whole group, for all of us need that strengthening. So deleting that habit, that pattern, that programming from the ancestors, collective, down to zero, minus infinity, out of the body, out of the spirit, out of the mind. So for everybody here to receive this, to feel this, perceive, allow, acknowledge, accept. So this benefits you as well. Everybody benefiting evenly. Even if it's not needed this exact moment for you, but when you need it, you connect with this strengthening, with this improvement. So all of you to the improvement back to you. That's good. So you guys are feeling it. Okay. All right. Yay. This is fun. And it's supposed to be fun, right? Okay, let's just strengthen everybody to continue. This continues. You're all balanced, center stable. Everyone around you supports the strengthening. Um, they receive it, they feel it, they perceive it, they allow it, accept it. You strong to the new you, to your new self, to be sane, not sane, different, not different, changing, not changing, perception, not perception. Um, this to continue to move forward, all your home, wherever you work, your car, or other places you go and see that the strengthening meets you there. Balance, center, stable, resetting, body, spirit, mind, reprogramming your thinking, awareness, perception. Internal boundaries to external boundary, internal boundaries, internal dynamics, external vertices, all nice and strong. You to be fit, fast, strong, flowing, having fun, moving forward, being on purpose, strongly connecting to yourself, to the planet, and to the universe. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate your presence. I am Colleen O'Connor, again, certified Yuen Method master practitioner. I do individual sessions with folks. So if you are interested in that, feel free to connect with me either by leaving a message in the chat on YouTube or a comment if you're watching this afterward. Or you can go to my website, ccolleenoconnor.com, and that's SEECOLLEENOCONNOR.com. And that's in my my YouTube page as well. And I also do 15-minute free sampler sessions. So if you are interested, but you're not quite sure, and you just want to at least get a chance to have a short individual session, they're 15 minutes long. I'm doing this, but it's actually like that 15 minutes long. And we take one topic and do a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so of strengthening, 5 minutes to questions so that you can see if it's a fit for you. And I also do teach the method. So any way that I can be of support, please let me know. And have fun, enjoy, stay strong. See you soon.